Thanks for joining us as we head south from our campground at North Lefroy down to South Lefroy Campground. I motored around in the Big Duck Inflatable Boat while Jode towed the caravan between sites.
Coming down the track from the camp host to Site 68, we went from reasonably solid sandy tracks to a warning sign that said soft sand ahead. We then spent the next few hours getting ourselves into our campsite, which put our skills and equipment in beach recovery to the test.
We hope you come along for a few beach walks with the dogs, some more fishing from the boat, refilling our tanks from our new 110 litre water bladder, and some arts and crafts to personalise the caravan, and some delicious dishes we made in our tiny kitchen.
And for those of you who are planning your own adventures to see and explore the Ningaloo Coastline, we hope it's of some help.
This week we have a campsite at South Lefroy. We are at Site 68, but the entry point, that sort of is a turnaround point. We're in the very, very soft sand section, and as you can see, it is deep. So just as you see the vantage point, coming in and doing a hairpin turn is really quite difficult with a dual axle. So it was very, very tough going to go around this corner when we come in. Since we've been here, someone's crunched the post out. We also have a bay in front of us, 69. So literally for us, through that narrow section, we had to reverse all the way in to this space. Once you get into the actual allocated bay of 68, there isn't actually a large enough space to do a full turning circle, so there is actually no choice but to reverse in. Just where those bollards are there is a campsite just there, and then one on the other side. Everyone in these areas have had just as much trouble getting in and out. Extremely soft sand. So we have direct beach access, absolutely stunning, but as you can see we've got a reef just in front of us, so that makes it very difficult to swim or boat directly off the sites here. But as you can see in the far distance over there's a huge sandbar, and that area you can drive your vehicles on. Much better sights and less likelihood of getting bogged up that further end of South Lefroy.
After a tough gig getting ourselves in, we spent another few hours helping the neighbours get their rig into place, even though they used all their max tracks and had their tyres deflated to the right pressures.
We had to resort to this technique to winch the caravan after the sensors on Old Mate's 300 series would not allow him to reverse in the deep sand. It was hot work on a 38-degree day and we couldn't muck around, so we did not capture very much on video, but it did take almost 2 hours to get in and set up before we could relax with a moving day beer and wine.
Pretty awesome view from the window. Stepping out onto the beach, crystal blue water, picturesque views of the Ningaloo coast. Good morning, we are currently at Site 68 at South Lefroy, and we are taking the puppies for their morning walk. It's really fantastic that this side of Yardie Creek we've got Windabandy, North Lefroy, Point Billy and South Lefroy, right down to Janes Bay, where you can actually take your dogs in with you as long as they stay on leads. We have some very eager puppies that love this water, and we have this little reef just outside our campsite which does expose itself during low tides, but it's really fantastic entertainment for these two. They are literally always looking for bits and bobs in there. Rosie loves chasing her flies. Gus likes getting his toes wet in the little ripples that come in and out. Puffed him out.
What we didn't realise about the Ningaloo is they're only a couple of k's apart. So if you look at, like I'm standing at the point, 150 metres from South Lefroy, our campsite, which goes all the way along that sort of part of beach over there. Then when you look this way, you got Point Billy, North Lefroy and Windabandy, all a k to 2 k's apart, all along that right hand side of the coast. So you got Windabandy, North Lefroy, Point Billy, South Lefroy, all in a row along the beach. Obviously you got to drive out on the track to get around from one to the other. You can't drive along the beach, but yeah, we sort of had in our head that they were sort of a fair way between places along the coast, but they're actually one in the same part of coast.
There are several ways to get in and out of the Ningaloo coast. Today we are heading to Exmouth via Yardie Creek, which will take us about 2 hours each way to travel from our site at South Lefroy.
The shuffle between campgrounds, exploring, fuel for the boat, plus runs to the dump point, Jode got nervous that we would not have enough fuel for the duration of our stay. So to be better safe than sorry, we headed off to refuel the patrol and load up the jerry cans. As it worked out, we would have made it through no problems. While in town, we decided to fill up the water bladder with town supply instead of the bore water at Point Billy. So I've just swiped the card and put $8 on the water meter, which will give us 150 litres. And we've just fired up our new 110 litre water bladder. And yeah, all I had to do was, it already came with these compression fittings on it, so I just had to screw on these elbows, put the hoses on. The one out the top here is an overflow. The one on the bottom, you'll hook into the bowser. A little tap there. And that's about it. Easy as pie. All the fittings, hoses, everything come with it. And it's filling up. Once it's full, it'll come out the overflow. And that'll be that. Not far off it. There we go. She's full. So I'll put the cap on the overflow. So the only thing with it is it comes with this hose and a tap to fill it with a hose tail, and that's it. And once you push a hose on there, you never get it off. So what I'm going to do is just cut this hose off here. I'm going to put a snap-on tap fitting on that so that in future you can just plug it in and go from there. So I'm just going to cut that off about here. Got a squirter. Righto. Tuck that in up in there. This morning we ran out of water, and I'm just going to show you how we transfer it into the caravan. So this is our little Ryobi cordless pump, battery operated. This is the bag. I've got the air vent up there. There's the hose that comes out of for filling and emptying the bag. And all I've done is just put, it comes with the stop valve on it, and I've just put a little bit of hose so that I can plug it, so if that valve comes open at any time it can't leak out all through the car. That's the idea of that. So I'll just take that cap off, plug it onto the pump, and we'll get it going. Screw him on, open the valve. I'll take the breather cap off, lets the air come in as it's pumping the water out. So we're all good to go. So I've just got the bag plumbed into my pump, hose coming out of the pump, going along into the caravan. And we'll turn him on. Let's see if it's going to work. Yep, beautiful. Working perfectly. Alright, so that's taken about 3 or 4 minutes to fill one 85 litre tank. Fill up the other one. And that's it. As it's got really low, I've just rolled the bag up a bit and tipped it up on its edge so that the outlet's right at the bottom to get every last bit out of it. There wouldn't even be a litre of water left in that now. Yeah, and that's taken all up about 5 or 6 minutes. Pump in 110 litres. So yeah, great little pump, very versatile. You would have seen in other videos we've used this pump heaps. We've pumped water out of rivers, all sorts with it. So yeah, Awesome setup. If I need any more water, I just drive the car down to a water point somewhere, fill up the bladder, come back and pump it into the van. Can get bigger ones, but the 110 is apparently the best one for the patrol, because you have, I don't know whether you'll be able to see them in the dark, but you do have the aircon controls and everything for in the back. So this comes up just below them, so you can still control them. You could get a bigger one, but 110's big enough, I reckon, for us, and it is a Fleximate. So yeah, that's our our off-grid capability. Food-wise is about 4 to 5 weeks, with the fridge in the car and the caravan, freezer, and yeah, water's our only limiting factor. So about 2 weeks we get out of the water if we're lucky. Yeah, so having a bladder there, that gives us an extra tank and a bit, tank and a half, and we can just go and refill that. Again, there's a water point just down at Point Billy, 2 k's from here, so I can rip down, fill it up, bring it back. It just extends our off-grid time, like, yeah, doubles it, triples it. It's yeah, absolute game changer for us, the old water bladder. And when it's all packed up, we roll it up, let all the air out of it. Once it's emptied, roll it up and it just sits on the floor, takes up bugger all room. Our pump with all of its hoses fit into that little bag, and that's it. That's all you need.
We have some crafty stuff to do this afternoon. Got the glasses on to read the instructions. We have a mystery parcel. This one is from Arlo & Co. And this one is a Temu order.
If you're into fishing, snorkeling, or just watching the giant sea turtles and other marine life, bringing a tinny or inflatable to the Ningaloo is a great idea. But for those who don't have one, or don't have the capacity to bring one, like we didn't, there are opportunities to buy and sell quickly on the Ningaloo. We bought our 3.3 metre inflatable with a 6 horsepower motor and full safety gear for $3,000 from another site just 2 k's up the beach, and we resold it for the same price when we were finished with it 3 weeks later. So my tip is, make sure you got money in the bank and are on the Ningaloo Hustle Facebook group, so you can get the most out of your experience on the Ningaloo. And 6 horsepower and under does not require any licence, but all vessels need to be registered. buddy, aren't you? There's my little fishing buddy. Little fishing buddy. In front of our campsite we had a reef along the shoreline that made launching the boat impossible, so we had to go 30 metres or so up the beach to get the boat in. All up I caught a few small reef fish that I threw back, but nothing worth bragging about. Better luck next time.
Welcome to the Great Escapes kitchen. They often say that the kitchen is the hub of the family, something like that. But what we wanted to do is show you some of the meals that we create in this tiny little kitchen. But for us, we do things a little differently because one of us eats meat and the other one does not. So we have this thing called the same but different. And every night we sit down to the same meal, but it is created with one different ingredient. So let's run you through some of the same but different meals we've had on the planner here at the Ningaloo. Tonight's same but different is savoury mince with beef mince and TVP. Wah, wah, wah. Tonight's same but different is fried rice with a bacon and egg or black beans. Tonight's dinner is bangers and mash with some gravy and some veg. Tonight's same but different is country style chicken tofu with vegetables. Tonight's same but different is spaghetti bolognese. I'm getting some footage up your shorts. Woo!
Don't start something you can't finish.
Wouldn't be saying that too quick because I could body slam you from here. Boing, boing.
You're still there. Everything's just a tiny bit loose, just needs that little nip up. You know, they're nice and tight, them ones.
You just need a little bit of a nip up. Nip. What happened? What happened, Rosie?
She's telling you there's people out the front.
Oh, you want me to come and see? All right, Mummy will come and see. You wait.
Don't you scratch that door. That bag. You get in trouble.
She's lost interest. Oh, I'm trying to get a good angle.
Yeah, the angle you're going to get from under here. Look. These bad boys.
I think we better
There,
go
Rosie, come on.
see what those dogs are barking about.
Come on. It's alright, don't worry about them. So, we always thought that maybe these tables are meant to move a little bit, but it's just been because these screws have been loose from the day we bought it. So now, she's locked up and you have to use the latch to move it. Look at that.
Oh.
It's never done that since we've owned it. So it's and that way. So now you actually have to use the little lever underneath here to make it move. Never knew that. Always thought that well, I knew the lever was there and thought you had to pull it to move it, but I always thought they had a little bit of, you know, if you push them hard enough that they'd work without using the lever, but obviously not meant to. Now she's Perfect.
Don't tear it out of the floor. Alright, next job.
Now I'm going to adjust the little lever up to make it a little bit easier to lift up. It's a little bit hard probably for you to lift up. So we'll give it a bit of an adjustment. See how it comes up. Oh! That was a big one.
There was a big one. Everyone got their toes wet. I think Mummy just escaped. It's a fair bit of seaweed just in at that first couple of metres, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, it's only this little patch along here that's got a lot of seaweed. The rest of it's clear as a bell. There's something out there. There's a little stinger or something, I reckon. Oh, it's a turtle! He popped his head up and seen me and he's off. They're pretty shy once they spot you. That's it, they stay under. I've seen heaps of turtles out in the boat. Massive, he's only a little one, but probably only a couple of feet round. But yeah, every day I go out in the boat I see at least 3, 4 or more turtles, like massive ones, giant sea turtles. And generally they come up and muck around on top of the water, and as soon as they spot you, they duck under and they're off. Yep, he's gone, he's not popping back up. Did you see him pop his head up?
No.
Oh, he's right here. He's loving the beach, isn't he? He doesn't normally like water, does he?
No, Rosie's not enjoying being that close.
Every day we've been here, he's loving the water more and more, isn't he?
Yeah.
He never used to go anywhere near it. Can't get enough of it. And just along here at the end of this little bit of reef out front of camp, just around this area here, there's been probably about 6 foot shovel nose shark just cruising around in this little channel, little wash. But he's not here today. Must be having the day off. Beautiful water, crystal clear. You go out there in the boat, I'll do some footage later, you can be in like 6 metres of water and it's just, you can see every speck on the bottom, it's so clear.
All of the things that I wish I could tell you every time when you're passing me by, I fall in love. There's something about you, I wish you were mine. And if
We rely on UHF radio to communicate in our travels, unless someone drops a handheld into the ocean and it has a major malfunction, not mentioning any names. Anyway, as you can see, it would have been super handy when we were all geared up to come out of Site 68 to let Jase know a car was coming along the track. All I could do was wave and jump about and use hand signals to get him to wait back. On that note, across the Ningaloo we had little to no phone reception, so we are glad we carry Starlink for communications as well.
Air weapons range.
here. We've got a Air Force air firing range, so don't go in that gate even though it's wide open. You got air to surface, surface weapons firing, so probably not a good idea to go in there. We nearly actually went in here on our way back from Exmouth the other day, but I thought it's probably not a good idea. I don't know why the gate's wide open, but there you go.
As we mentioned, this was a doozy of a site to access, and we needed to use our recovery equipment and also use it to help other travellers. It's vital to bring along the essentials, not only because of the beach driving terrains. The roads leading into the Ningaloo can be unforgiving with the corrugations, and with a little bit of rain can become very wet. Some areas have mud flats, which create very slippery surfaces. In saying that, you'll need a four-wheel drive to access most of the campground and explore the area, as the roads can be soft and challenging.
We are on the opposite side of Yardie Creek and we're just airing up. The remainder of the road now is all bitumen at 80 k's an hour. So back to road pressures. Yardie Creek is an area where you can go to the drop loos over there. There's also a dump point for when you come out. There is the recycling for the 10-cent deposit cans, and there is also a whole range of large waste bins to bring all your waste out with you. So from here it's still about 90 k's to Exmouth, so still a fair run, but you got your tyres all pumped up. All right, let's get this show on the road.